What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to it another what to expect. We're gonna talk about the East again, Boston Celtics. You know I'm a big time Celtics fan. We made a huge improvement getting rid of Jeff Green, Rondo, our best players, and still made the playoffs, winning 40 games. Man, the Celtics, we did so good, underachieved last year. Danny Ainge didn't put us a roster that I thought we can win with, but we gotta give a lot of credit to Coach Stevens for putting his players in position for them to succeed and getting easy baskets, getting them easy plays, and making everybody fit on the roster, have a role on the team, and execute the plays, and have everybody succeeding together as a unit. And they played really together. They played with a whole lot of heart. They played together and ended up winning a whole lot of basketball games. And it took a lot of people by surprise last year how good the Celtics was, especially after closing out the season, ending a couple games and winning a couple close games. We locked in the spots. They started selling the tickets early. Now this year we added in Perry Jones, who I think is a good player. He's going to get a whole lot more playing time because he couldn't get off the bench at OKC. We really do need a small forward position. I thought we was going to draft a small forward, but we'd end up getting Perry Jones, who is pretty much probably better than any small forward we could have gotten in the draft, because I seen how he played when KD went down. He can shoot, he can finish, he got a big body, he's athletic. So I would like to see him at the power forward sometimes as a stretch forward. I like to see him at the three because he's so big and he's so athletic, he can play the three. And I already like Avery Bradley at the shooting guard. And then you can have Marcus Smart, so you can have a big point guard, or you can even go Isaiah Thomas, but he's better off the bench because he's more of a defensive liability, because he can't really guard nobody and he's kind of bad in the pick and roll. But with that being said, I like the direction Boston Celtics going. We picking up some young pieces, adding in veteran David Lee, who really don't matter because we can keep him or we can let him go because he's a free agent next year. So he can either want to stay or he can leave. But he's not going to be pretty much getting paid the same numbers he's getting paid this year unless he put up all-star type numbers again with more extended playing time. But we do need a better finisher around the rim. He's a good spot-up jump shooter. He's a good finisher around the rim. He's a decent free throw shooter. So he helps our pick and roll play because we got a finisher in a pick and roll scorer. And that's one of the best plays we ran was that. And David Lee is perfect in that role. He's never been a good defender or a lockdown defender or even a reliable defender. But one thing he's good at is the pick and pop and the finishing on the pick and roll. And he still has that. He just got an injury and Draymond Green ended up keeping his spot. But David Lee is still a good asset to have, especially on the expiring contract, because we can even move him if he don't work, or we can just let him go and get all the salary cap relief. So both of these Perry Jones and David Lee moves are low risk moves. We traded nothing for David Lee. We pretty much traded nothing for Perry Jones, and we pretty much took a gamble on both of them. But these look like they gonna more pay off than not because both of these players proved that they could play when they had the playing time, but they never really got it. So I think we took two good gambles by Danny Ainge on these two players. One thing we still need to me is a rim protector. We need somebody that's athletic and big and mobile to protect the rim and rebound real hard. So I think that's one thing we still need to get. Unless we probably can get him through trade or through the draft. But I still think we need an athletic big man that can protect the rim and crash the boards. I like our guard play. We overloaded at the guard spot. I would like to see some of them move in the future, or trade them in a pick to get a center, or trade them to get another pick, because we don't really need all these guards, and half of them not even gonna get that much minutes. It's good to have depth. We have too much depth at the guard spots, and we need to start moving some of these players around so that way we can get better unit fits and make sure they're a young player, because we don't really need to take a gamble on a middle-aged player. We still got a lot of young players building. But I do like what we did with the gambles on David Lee and Perry Jones, but we still need a rim protecting big man. That probably it will help if he can shoot, but usually if you're athletic and big, you can't shoot. But that's why I would like to see us trade one of our guards or a couple picks for is an athletic big man. But they said we were trying to get Justice Winslow, and we end up getting Perry Jones, who could be a potential better player. He's bigger. He has a higher ceiling to me than Justice. But we gonna have to see. Perry Jones decided not to sign an extension right now. He probably gonna take a gamble on himself and pretty much sign a good contract with the Boston Celtics. So I'm liking what we doing. I do have us missing the playoffs, but I can see us making the playoffs easily because of Coach Stevens knowing how to utilize his players and put them in position to succeed, like I said before. And our offense has just always been good, even with Rondo. It's just like we got a good free-flowing ball movement, no ball stopping offense. We always find a hole in the defense. We always run the right plays to score. Brad Stevens is an excellent coach in the fourth quarter, getting plays that can get a basket, finding good offense to get easy baskets. So I can see us winning a lot of close games. I can see us winning a lot of games in general, but I just don't know defensively if we can stop enough, because I feel like you're going to have to win 40 plus games to be in the playoff this year, because Indiana won 38 and Miami won 30 without Chris Bosh. If those two teams will make the playoffs, which I predict they is, you pretty much gonna have to win at least 41 games to get in the East. So if the Boston Celtics can split their games, which I can see them doing, I can see them making the playoffs. But like I said, I don't really care if they do or not, because we not a contender. You know, it's good to get the experience, but we got that this year. But we not a contender right now unless we make some trades in the All-Star break, or we made some trades during the season and keep bulking up the roster and some more young players. But we got a lot of assets. I think we're going to be actively trading all season long. And as we start putting the pieces together, as we start putting the roster together, I can see Brad Stevenson figuring stuff out. And I can see this team making the playoffs. But I still think we'd be a first round or second round exit, which pretty much means we might as well just get a lottery pick instead of playing in the playoffs. That's just my opinion, though, because I don't really think with the roster we got right now, we even a fringe contender. I just think we had 6, 7, or 8 seed in the first round exit with the roster we got right now. But we got loads of potential, and I just want to see the players get better, develop, see how good they done got, see how much they done grown, and see how much chemistry they got after making the playoffs and staying in all the Cleveland games was close. We showed that we can keep up with them. And now it's just time to put the roster together. We got a championship coach. Now we just need to get the championship roster. And we're gonna see what Danny Ainge is gonna do in the next 2 years to get this team from a playoff berth to a contender spot. Now that's the whole focus now, is making this team. We made the playoffs, now let's become a contender. And we got the championship coach already. Now we just need the roster. Let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out.